Has your NaNoWriMo novel lost its luster? Are you feeling a little frustrated by your word count or lack thereof? And you're just wondering if you should just quit? Please don't. Use these 10 ideas to reward yourself. Give yourself a little motivation, that kick in the butt that you need to keep going, and hopefully add a little fun along the way. Hi, I'm Jennifer Gregson, a writing coach who uses tarot to help writers get past that muddy middle and keep going so they can type the end, all with a smile on their face. The word bribery usually gets a bad rap because it usually means you're doing something illegal, right? You're bribing someone you shouldn't. But self-bribery, I think, works really well, especially when you get to this point in your novel writing where it starts to feel a little drudgery, a little trudging through just to get through. There's no more fun and excitement. Self-bribery works. So here are 10 ways that you can reward yourself and get a little bit more motivation. The first few items are things that are free, things that you already own or have access to, I'm going to guess. The first one is music. Now, I love writing with music. I create a playlist for almost every single manuscript I write. But if you don't like writing to music, or you don't you don't need that interference when you write, then do music after the fact and have a dance party. I find that getting to listen to your favorite song, whether it be Lizzo or the new Taylor Swift or rap, R&B, whatever your jam is, to be able to say, I did it, and have a dance party in your living room, your bedroom, your office, can sometimes motivate you. Also, creating that playlist, even if you listen to it before you start writing to really get yourself in the mood, is also motivating because you hear the songs that are specific to that playlist, and it sort of gives your brain that clue that you're about to write something amazing. Sort of in that same vein, movies and or TV. You probably have one or more streaming services or DVDs, Blu-rays somewhere. So pick a few and motivate yourself. You can either do this after every writing session. So I'm going to write today and then I'm going to go watch an episode of Community. Or I'm going to write for 3 days and then I am going to watch that Marvel movie on Friday. Whatever it is going to work best for you and your writing schedule is great. But having something to look forward to as a reward for when you're done with your writing really helps when you sit down at your keys. This tip also works really great for other things like video games or books or magazines. So, oh my gosh, my hair. If you are not a TV or movie person, which is fine, my kid is not a movie kid, but he loves video games, use that as your reward, right? There's like that Disney Dreamlight Valley that's out. There's Animal Crossing. There's Halo. I don't know what else. I'm not a gamer, but if you have a game that you love and you don't give yourself the time to play, use that as a reward. I'm going to write today. I get to play for 30 minutes. I'm going to write 3 days in a row. I'm going to give myself an hour to play X game. Or do you not make time to read? Do you not make time to just sit with your favorite magazine and a cup of tea? Then use that as your reward. And since I mentioned tea, this is the next one, food and beverages. If you always have something when you write, it can motivate you, but you could also do it afterwards. So you can say, I'm going to write today, and then afterwards I get this yummy drink from Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts or your favorite local coffee shop. You can also go there to write and then get your favorite yummy beverage. You could do that, say, every Friday or every Saturday or whatever works for your schedule. You can also do this with treats. We still have Halloween candy in the house. Don't ask me how, but every time I write, I have one Reese's peanut butter cup. Or at the end of the week, I'll have like the kind of, sharing size of a peanut butter M&M. So that's what I do. But you can also have it be your favorite fruit salad. You can have it be your favorite yogurt parfait. Whatever sounds yummy to you is going to motivate you. Okay, so those first few items, those first few rewards were definitely more on the free side, more things that you already have in the house, maybe not the food and beverages, but they're on the smaller side, right? So now I want to talk about a bigger reward. So those are things that you can do after every writing session or after every couple of writing sessions. A bigger reward is something that you do when you hit milestones. This round of NaNoWriMo, I am doing that for every 10,000 words that I write. But you can do it at the halfway mark and at the 50 mark. You can do it every 5,000 words. You get to choose what's going to motivate you. My 10,000 words are things like, I got a fancy Starbucks at 10,000. I got a fancy cookie at my favorite bakery down the street. The next milestone for me is a book from Amazon that I've had my eye on for a while, and then a really pretty sweater I have my eye on that I'm hoping goes on sale. And then the last one is some new nail polish from my favorite company. So you get to decide what a bigger reward looks like, how much you want to spend, what's in your budget. It could also just mean a bigger, smaller reward, right? Like bundle up a few. Do you see what I'm saying? So if you don't have a lot of money to spend, that's more than fine. Just celebrate those milestones with a bigger day of fun. Maybe you take a day off writing and you watch a whole movie and play video games. Or you're going to have a big day spending time with your friend or your family that you're not seeing a whole lot because of NaNoWriMo. And here's where I'm going to start talking about that fun element. If you have a D20 or a D12 dice, like if you play D&D or you have someone in your family that plays D&D, my husband is a Dungeons and Dragons guy, so we have those fancy dice. You can create a list that's either like 20 or 12, and you write down all your small or your big rewards, and after every writing session, you roll the dice, and it adds that element of fun, that element of surprise. If you don't have a fancy dice, but let's say you have Yahtzee in your house, you can either use just one and do 6, or you can do 2 and then start your list with 2 and go to 12. And then you roll 2 dice. You get to do this however you want. You can also write them on pieces of paper and fold them up, put them in a bag and pull one. That works as well if you don't have any dice. It gives that little bit of like, ooh, what is my reward today when I'm done with my writing? And I kind of mentioned this a little while back, and it is a little bit controversial, but plan a day off. It can be very motivating to see, okay, I'm going to write for the next 5 days, and then I'm getting a whole day off from my novel, from thinking about my novel. Give your brain a break. This works really, really well, especially if you are like chugging along, you've been chugging along, you feel pretty good, but you're starting to feel burnt out. Then motivate yourself with a day off. If you celebrate Thanksgiving here in the US, then maybe plan it for that day. If you don't, plan it for any day that works best for you. But get out your calendar, look at the next 2 weeks, and plan one day off if you can, if that motivates you. Okay, 2 left. The second to last one here is to share online. If you have an Instagram or TikTok or YouTube channel, you can do this via the shorts, the stories. You get the gist. Go online, show your face, say, hey, I'm committed to doing X amount of words today. I'll be back, and then share when you're done. Find that community. That can be very, very helpful. You can get people rooting for you, even if it's just like your closest friend. Or if the whole internet thing doesn't work for you, find one friend that would support you and text them every day. Say, hey, can I text you before I write? Can I text you when I'm done? Can you hold me accountable? And see what they say. If you don't have anyone like that, then my last tip is to join my accountability group. Seriously, it is still not too late. You still have a couple of more check-in emails. You have at least one more Monday email, and you can get access to all of the workbooks and all of the things that I've already sent out. And there's going to be a celebratory call on the very last day of the month. So come celebrate, join, network, find other writers, find other people, meet me in a more personal atmosphere that I would love to have you. You can find that link in the description box below. So That was 10 things, 10 ways to motivate you. What was your favorite way? What is something that went, I never thought of that, and you're going to try it? And if your motivation is waning and you would like to reach out, please don't hesitate to reply down below and I will reach out to you. I hope you have a lovely week 3. You've got this. I swear, I know week 3 is one of those weeks where it's like, can be super, super excellent or can feel really terrible. So don't hesitate to reach out if you're having a terrible week, but just know we're almost done and it's going to get really, really good. This middle part can be tricky. So have an amazing week. Keep writing. Don't give up. Don't lose hope.